Hey everyone, Mr. Durant here. I wanted to share the lesson of the week with everyone today. Normally lesson of the week is done in our kids' classes, but I think the message today certainly applies to everyone, so I wanted to share it with everybody. Just when the caterpillar thought the world was over, it became a butterfly. Never give up. Under tough times, I think it's important that we remember a positive attitude, a positive mindset, which I think especially in martial arts helps us with that. We can be faced with negative situations at all times, whether you're in a karate class or anywhere else for that matter. It's always important to maintain a positive outlook, and even when times seem really negative, it's important to understand that afterwards things can and will get better as long as we maintain a positive attitude. With the butterfly story, I always share with the kids this one, and I wanted to maybe bring it out here too so the grown-ups can hear it because it is a true story. When I was younger and I was in Air Cadets, we were doing a field trip where we spent the whole weekend learning how to survive in the wild. And one of the hardest parts is actually to get a fire going using nothing but sticks. And it's a lot harder than they make it look like in the movies. It can take hours and hours to get it going. A lot of people give up very quickly because it's hard. But when you finally get it going, you feel so much better about yourself. When you get through that challenge, you feel so much better. So our instructor's name was John. Really down-to-earth kind of guy. And I remember my partner and I, Keith, him and I were partnered up together, and John, told everyone, he spent the whole weekend learning how to do this, and then on the final day he said, okay everyone, the sun's going to be going down soon, so here's the challenge. No lighters, no matches, you got to get a fire going by the ways we taught you how to do it. I do have a lighter in my pocket for those that really need it, but the reward, the first person to get a fire going is a bag of marshmallows. So when you guys get your fire going first, and we were hungry too, here's the marshmallows for you guys. You're like, okay, cool, an incentive. So Keith and I tried for like 5 minutes to get this fire going. Didn't work out, so we went on, hey John, can we get that lighter? And he was like, well, you're asking already? I mean, we've barely begun. This thing hasn't even got going yet. You're asking already? We're like, yeah, we've tried. We want it. We want our marshmallows. We want to get this fire going. And he was like, okay, I'll tell you what, guys. I want you to go back and try again. You got to give a little bit more of an effort. But if you ask 3 times in total, I'll give you the lighter. But you got to try a little bit harder first. So we were like, okay, fine. We went back, we rubbed those sticks, we did all those little tricks that you see Bear Grylls do and all those guys, and it just wasn't working, where we just had that negative mentality. Can't do it, this is too hard, I want the easy way out, and that's how a lot of people live their lives. So we went back to John and said, John, I want that lighter. And he stopped right there, all right, come here guys, come with me. So he walked us into the woods, not too far in, and eventually we came across a tree that was covered in what looked like spider webs, but it was actually hundreds of cocoons, and this was all silk that the tree was covered in. And he walked up to one cocoon in particular. It was actually moving a little bit. It was ready to emerge. And he said to us, what do you suppose is in there? And we were like, well, I don't know, a caterpillar? A butterfly? And he said, no, it's actually better than a butterfly. It's a moth. See, butterflies get all the credit because they're pretty, but moths are stronger, they live longer, and they can spin silk. And he showed us really carefully that there was a little opening up at the top of this cocoon. And he said, now, I could very easily open and widen this hole. I could use my knife and I can open this up because this caterpillar, this moth, is trying to emerge, but he's struggling. He's having a hard time. And I can help him. I can open it for him very carefully and let him out. But he would be too weak to survive. Because you see, strength challenges is nature's way of strengthening us. Struggle is nature's way. So I can certainly open this up for him, but he'd be too weak to survive. I'm going to leave him alone. I'm going to let him struggle and build the strength that he needs to move forward. Now, boys, this is the second time you've asked for that lighter. If you ask me again, it's yours. But what do you want to do? So now we were just like, whoa. We were inspired now. We went back and we rubbed those sticks together until our hands were bleeding, but we got the fire going. We weren't the first team to do it. The first team actually ended up sharing the marshmallows, which was really cool. But the moral of the story is just when you think times are tough and you need a bailout, it's just nature's way of strengthening us. And I hope you all take this story not literally, but for what it's worth. I think it's important to stay positive. It's important to face challenges. It's okay to stress over it. But as long as we emerge a better person when this is all said and done. So take the challenge for what it's worth, and I hope you guys have a positive day. I hope this helps get through this tough time, and look forward to some more videos. Have a great day, everybody.